G'day folks, welcome to an OCC Queensland weather wrap today, the 28th of December 2022. My name is Chris Nitzo. This update brought to you by our major sponsor, TownsvilleSheds.com. Check them out if you're in the market for a shed-safe accredited shed. We've got a monsoon flow developing across the northern parts of Australia and off the oceans off northern Australia. We've got ex-tropical cyclone Ellie tracking westwards across the Northern Territory. It'll be located out around the eastern part of the Kimberley tomorrow. Over Queensland, we've got lots of dry air through southern and central Queensland, lots of moist air up in the far north. You can see this weak monsoonal flow developing across the Cape York Peninsula region with widespread heavy rainfall. Ex-tropical cyclone Ellie is still commanding a little bit of respect through Queensland because it is creating a bit of a convergent flow on the northeastern side of its circulation. So you can see there is some shower and isolated storm activity still continuing across northwest Queensland. Also, some showers across northeast Queensland, some heavy falls around the Tully area over the last 24 hours. Thanks to the Bureau of Meteorology, rainfall over the past 24 hours has resulted in some very big falls. South Mission Beach, 242 millimetres, very localised, but heavy falls through that area. Tully, 167. Up around the Cairns district, a little bit north of Innisfail, we've had Clyde Road with 150. The Boulders, Babinda, 105 millimetres. Even Cairns got itself a couple of showers. As we progress north up towards Cooktown, Cape Flattery had another 107. Cooktown's had 20 to 50 mils now for an extended period of time on a daily basis. So they've started to see some pretty good rain accumulations. We've also seen some very good rainfall across the northwestern parts of the state and, of course, Cape York Peninsula with the development of the monsoon across that region now. We've seen some fairly heavy falls across that part of the world as well. Outside of that, we also saw some junk showers across Mackay, some junk showers across central Queensland and some junk showers across southeast Queensland. Between now and when we talk tomorrow, we're expecting to see showers and thunderstorms across northwest Queensland, particularly closer to the Gulf coastline. We're expecting to see lots of rainfall across the Cape York Peninsula with showers, thunderstorms and potential for some heavy falls on the northwestern parts of the Cape. Also, the monsoon trough will develop across the area around Cooktown, and that means that any showers and thunderstorms that develop around the Cooktown and inland to Cooktown area are going to be very slow moving. And because of that monsoon trough just sitting there for days and days on end, there's potential for significant rainfall with very slow-moving thunderstorm activity and general shower activity across both the section of coastline around the Cooktown, Cape Melville, Cohen area and also the inland areas of that region. Outside of that, we're expecting to see a few showers down around the tropical coastline, a few showers enhanced around the Daintree coastline because, once again, they're a little closer to that monsoon trough. Further southwards, just some isolated showers across the Herbert-Burdekin region, potentially through the central coast with Sundays. A few showers down around southeast coast, particularly north of Brisbane, and some junk shower and very isolated weak convective cells potentially across southwest Queensland. So we're not too interested in any of those other areas. Our thunderstorm steering winds, which take a look at the deep layer mean wind flow across the atmosphere, we can see that the monsoon begins to set up around that Cooktown area, and so that's where we have that distinction line between the monsoon northwesterlies and the southern hemisphere winds. And so these monsoonal northwesterlies get to around about Cooktown and then they just stall there for days on end. And so the expectation is the monsoon will stay around that southern central Cape region. So anywhere north of that monsoon, we're getting big rain. Anywhere south of that monsoon, we're getting drier southeasterly winds. Right, from a wind perspective today, southeasterly winds could be fresh and gusty at times across southern, central and parts of northern Queensland. We're seeing monsoonal northwesterly winds could be fresh and gusty at times coming in to the northern parts of Cape York Peninsula. As we progress through the day, you can see those southeasterly winds are maintained across the Queensland coastline, just starting to ease maybe a touch as we go into tomorrow across North Queensland as a weak surface low pushes westwards across the Coral Sea and enhances the winds down in southern Queensland tomorrow. You can see a nice strong monsoonal burst coming across in the morning tomorrow across the Northern Territory into the northern part of the Gulf of Carpentaria. And you can see there's multiple little areas of rotation that we're watching, as I've mentioned, along the monsoon trough into tomorrow and beyond. Don't forget, if you're interested in the beyond bit, head over to join.ozcyclonechasers.com.au and check out our subscription options where we speculate and theorise and explain what the future has in store. Have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you tomorrow.